Yo, it's your boy Jen. On today's video, we have Vinland Saga Season 2, Episode 11. Yeah, there's actually no Einar or Thorfinn in this episode, which is probably the first time I'm not seeing them two in an episode. So it focuses more on like what Canute is gonna be doing and Kettle. And so yeah, there's gonna be a lot of that. So let's just get right to it, shall we guys? Well, we first see, Canute, and he is like fighting this, captain, and he's like testing his skills, and he has to show everyone else that he can be a good fighter. If not, then they don't listen to him. So that's like big pressure. And in the fight, he was doing like an okay job. He was dodging a lot of the attacks, but he wasn't really hitting this captain. And just when he was about to lose, he uses like I guess his kind of strategy is that you have to distract this guy. And he had like a crush on this girl, and he was saying things like, oh look, she's talking to some other guy. He looked for 1 second, and that's when Canute takes the advantage and wins. So yeah, Canute is now like I want to say he's like the best fighter, but he's gonna find a way to like cheat his way to win a battle, is what it seems like. So after that fight, we see Canute and what his plan is doing. And we kind of find out that being a king and having like this huge army, it's kind of expensive, so they're kind of low on money, and they kind of need all this money for this huge army. And one idea was to tax places that they own. Now, taxing places is not going to be good because people are going to get mad at the taxes, so that idea was out of the question. So Canute had this idea to requisition a farm. Now, what does that mean? So yeah, he wants to like claim this farmland, so he can get he wants to like own all the crops, food, anything you name. So yeah, it's pretty valuable. And guess who we know who owns the farm? Kettle. Speaking of Kettle, he's actually in this place, or in Denmark, I think. And he was supposed to meet King Harold, but he actually died like a week ago, so he's a little late to the party, and now he's kind of like getting nervous because he had like a good deal with him. But good news is that we found out that his other son, Thorgil, he's actually like a guard for Canute, so he can like use his kind of source to meet up with Canute. And then there was like this side story with Omar, which was pretty important because he gets in trouble with the wrong kinds of people that we actually know. And can we just say that Omar is probably like the worst character ever? Very unlikable. He has like a bunch of like, he thinks like he's like the toughest guy in the whole like city, but he's like the weakest. Omar, the younger, annoying more son, he was picking a fight with a random stranger who was selling some kinds of things, and yeah, things just go bad for both of them, and he pulls out his sword, but then Kettle, the dad, he comes in and like knocks out Omar and apologizes to this guy, and he gives him a little bit too much money. So then his dad comes in, and we find out that this is the guy, the character that we know from season 1, Lef, or however you say his name. He was the dad of this guy who we never saw in season 1, which we'll get to there. So yeah, him and Kettle, they talk together, they have like a good old family dinner, and we find out that we found out that his son was also named Thorfinn. And because of that, Kettle was talking now, reminding him, or because of his name, it kind of reminded me, and because of his name Thorfinn, this made Thorfinn talk about his Thorfinn. And yeah, Leif was like asking more questions about who this Thorfinn is, and we kind of find out that he's been looking for Thorfinn, and it seems like he found the wrong guy, but he seems like he still adopted him for whatever reason, which I don't know why. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they're gonna make a whole story with that. It seems like this guy wants to really see if Thorfinn is really in this land, so he's gonna go and see if he's there. But no one wants to go with him because this has already happened before with the fake Thorfinn and stuff like that. But and it's like a very long journey, like 5 days. We're gonna see what's gonna happen with that, and then we go to Keto, and he's waiting to actually have like a meeting. It's been like a day already, and they have like a meeting like a day later. So it was really fast that they got this meeting, and the meeting was going well. You know, it seems like they're going to have like the same kind of deal, and yeah, it seemed like it was becoming like a happy ending until yet again Omar, the annoying guy again, he decided to speak up to the King Canute, and he said he wanted to become a knight for him. And Canute didn't like do anything bad, but he wanted to test his skills. So he had to cut this pig, and he cut it really, really bad. And everyone knows this, but Canute has actually a plan. He's saying that he's actually a very valuable person. Why? I have no idea. But there's probably like a bunch of young guys exactly like Omar. You know, they're very young, but they don't know how to really become like, or they're not like great warriors. So they could be like the first people to like die in the battlefield. So he wants like typical young man or North people, foolish people. And if he sees like Omar become like this like soldier or whatever, then it's gonna inspire more young kids or young adults to become knights as well, with the same kind of attitude as Omar. So that's his big idea. And he is also going to requisition Keto's farm as well. So yeah, is he gonna try to assassinate him too, Keto, and all of his sons, which just sounds insane. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if he's gonna just, I know he's not gonna like fight Keto, so he's probably gonna try like poison him somehow, like he's been doing with everybody. And also I forgot to mention this in a couple episodes, is that I find it weird that there's been a lot of kings that have died from poisoning or it seems like they've been dying conveniently at the same time. I don't know how people don't connect the dots of how all these kings are dying except for King Canute. Like, hello. I mean, there's another, they will say that maybe because of his brother King Harold dying, maybe that's what made people like stop being suspicious. But it is very suspicious that they all got sick. Now maybe the older kings make sense, but for the other young ones, like King Harold was not old guys, and for him to have the same kind of sickness as the other guys, I don't know. I think people would have figured it out, but you know, people are dumb. And yeah, probably one plot hole there. And yeah, it seems like Thorfinn is going to either meet with Canute's army or something's going to happen. That's for sure. And yeah, guys, that's the end of the episode. Let me know your thoughts on this. It seems like things are going good. Kind of wish we didn't show a lot of Omar there. He's not the best character, but he was pretty funny, not gonna lie. And he's just embarrassing himself all the time. And yeah, guys, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week.